All right, everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today, we are going to be talking about something that I'm sure a lot of you have thought about at least once.
Oh, absolutely.
Veggies for dogs. I've got this awesome article here that's all about how we can use vegetables to enhance our furry friends' health in some pretty surprising ways.
That's right. It really is fascinating how much we're learning about canine nutrition these days. And it goes so far beyond just the occasional carrot or green bean.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah.
I have to admit, I've kind of fallen into that trap of thinking, well, Kibble's got all the bases covered, right?
A lot of dog owners feel that way, and commercial dog food does a good job of providing the basics. But think of it like this. What if you only ate a multivitamin every day?
Hmm. Yeah, you'd survive, but
Exactly. You wouldn't be exactly thriving, would you?
not at all.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's a great analogy, but where do the veggies fit into all of this?
Well, think of fresh vegetables as like the upgrade your dog's diet needs. Not only do they add this burst of vitamins and minerals, but they also provide unique benefits that you just won't find in processed kibble.
So we're talking about a real boost to their overall health.
Absolutely. For example, did you know that the vitamin C in bell peppers can actually help protect senior dogs from joint damage?
Whoa, I did not know that.
Yeah.
Okay, now this is getting interesting. So it's not just about basic nutrition.
It's so much more than that. And it gets even more interesting when we start to break down the specific benefits of different veggies.
Okay, I'm ready. Lay it on me.
All right, let's talk fiber. Now, we all know fiber is important for us.
Yeah, it keeps things moving, right?
Exactly. But it's crucial for dogs' digestive health, too. You see, dogs don't actually produce the enzymes needed to break down plant cell walls, so that fiber acts like this little scrub brush, helping to move things along in their digestive tract.
Ah, so it keeps things running smoothly down there.
You got it. Now, when it comes to fiber superstars for dogs, pumpkin's a classic. Especially if your dog's prone to, well, let's just say irregularity.
Oh, I know what you mean. So pumpkin can help with that.
It can. It can actually help with both diarrhea and constipation.
Wow, so pumpkin is like a digestive superhero.
You could say that. And then you've got sweet potatoes.
Oh, I love sweet potato.
They're fantastic, right?
Yeah.
And not all fibers created equal. Sweet potatoes have got both soluble and insoluble fiber.
So what's the difference?
Well, soluble fiber dissolves in water, forming this gel-like substance that helps regulate bowel movements. Insoluble fiber, on the other hand, adds bulk to the stool, which helps prevent constipation.
Wow, so they work together. That's so cool. I'm already thinking about how I can sneak some sweet potato out of my dog's dinner.
And that brings us to another key benefit of veggies: weight management.
Okay, now that's a big one for a lot of dog owners, myself included.
It is, and again, it all comes back to fiber. Because fiber helps your dog feel full and satisfied, it can help prevent overeating, which is especially important for dogs who are prone to weight gain or are already carrying a few extra pounds.
It makes sense. And of course, veggies are naturally low in calories.
Exactly. So you can add volume to their meals without adding a lot of those extra calories. It's like the ultimate guilt-free snack.
I'm already feeling better about sharing those veggie treats. But what about those picky eaters? Any tips for getting them to embrace their inner veggie enthusiast?
Well, picky eaters can definitely be a challenge, but there are some tricks you can try.
I'm all ears.
Start small. Don't overwhelm them with a big pile of veggies right away. Just mix a little bit into their regular food and see how they react.
Okay, ease them into it. What if they're still turning their nose up at it?
Then it's time to get creative. Try different preparations. Some dogs love their veggies raw and crunchy, while others might like them cooked and soft. You can steam, boil, mash, puree, even grate them. It's all about experimenting.
I love that. So it's all about making it a positive experience for them.
Absolutely. Now, speaking of positive experiences, let's talk about the immune system. We all know antioxidants are a big deal for us humans.
Oh, yeah? Those free radical fighters?
Exactly. But they play a crucial role in canine health, too. They're like little warriors fighting off those harmful molecules that can damage cells and contribute to all sorts of health problems, from aging to cancer.
Yikes. So, just like us, dogs benefit from a diet rich in antioxidants.
Absolutely. And one of the best ways to boost those levels is through veggies.
Okay, so how do we supercharge our dogs' immune systems with those veggie powerhouses?
Well, the key is to focus on veggies that are packed with those antioxidants, like those brightly colored bell peppers we talked about earlier. They're loaded with vitamin C, which is a powerful antioxidant that can help boost that immune system and protect against cell damage.
Okay, bell peppers are definitely going on the shopping list. What are some other antioxidant all-stars we should look out for?
Well, broccoli is another great one. It's packed with vitamin C and other antioxidants like sulforaphane.
Wrapping.
Yeah, it's been shown to have cancer-fighting properties. And then there's spinach, which is like a nutritional powerhouse in general.
I love spinach.
It's loaded with vitamins A, C, and K, as well as antioxidants like lutein and zeaxanthin, which are super important for eye health.
This is amazing. It's incredible to think that something as simple as adding some colorful veggies to my dog's bowl can actually help protect them from disease.
I know, right? And the best part is there are so many delicious and nutritious options to choose from.
Okay, so now I'm really curious to hear about some of those specific veggie options.
All right, let's do it. We've got a whole lineup of veggie superstars waiting in the wings.
All right, hit me with it. Where do we start?
Well, let's kick things off with a classic. Carrots. They're not only a great source of fiber, but they also contain beta-carotene, which the body converts into vitamin A.
Good for the eyes.
It is. But get this, vitamin A isn't just good for vision. It's important for healthy skin, coat, and even immune function.
So carrots are like a multi-purpose veggie for dogs, and they're so easy to find and prepare.
Right. You can give them raw, steamed, boiled, even frozen. They're also relatively low in calories, which makes them a good choice for dogs who need to watch their weight.
Awesome. Carrots, check. What's next on our veggie all-star list?
Let's move on to another orange wonder, sweet potatoes.
Oh, I love sweet potatoes. They're so versatile, and I bet they're just as delicious for dogs. What makes them so special for our furry friends?
Well, sweet potatoes are like a nutritional goldmine. They're an excellent source of beta-carotene, just like carrots, but they also provide a whole bunch of other vitamins and minerals, including vitamin C, B6, and manganese.
Manganese, what's that good for?
It's super important for bone health and metabolism.
I see. So not only are sweet potatoes delicious, but they're also packed with goodness.
Exactly. Plus, they're high in fiber, which, as we already know, is great for digestion and weight management.
They sound like the perfect all-around veggie. So how do you usually prepare them for your dog?
Ooh, I like to bake or steam them until they're nice and soft, and then either mash them or cut them into bite-sized pieces. My dog goes crazy for them.
That's adorable. It's like a healthy little feast for them. But as always, with any new food, we need to remember to introduce it gradually and watch for any adverse reactions.
That's right. Always. Okay, so we've got carrots and sweet potatoes covered. What other veggie gems should we add to our dog's bowl?
Lay it on me. I'm ready for more.
All right, let's explore some green options. How about green beans?
Green beans. Really, I never thought of giving those to my dog. What makes them a good choice?
Well, green beans are fantastic because they're low in calories, high in fiber, and a good source of vitamins C and K. They're also a great way to add some variety to your dog's diet, and they're pretty versatile in terms of preparation. You can steam them, boil them, even serve them raw.
That's great. And they're so easy to find year-round.
Exactly. Okay, so green beans are officially on the menu. What else?
What else? Let's see. Oh, broccoli. I've heard it can be good for dogs, but also that you have to be careful with it.
You're right, there are some things to keep in mind with broccoli. It's a nutritional powerhouse packed with vitamin C and K, fiber, and antioxidants, but it also contains isothiocyanates, which can sometimes irritate a dog's digestive system if given in large amounts.
So that's where the caution comes in. So moderation is key with broccoli. How much is too much?
Well, it really depends on the dog. Some dogs can tolerate broccoli just fine, while others might experience some gas, bloating, or even vomiting if they eat too much. It's best to start with small amounts and just see how your dog reacts.
Got it. Small amounts, watch for any signs of trouble, and we should be good to go. What's the best way to prepare it?
I like to steam it until it's tender crisp and then chop it into small, manageable pieces. You can also add it to their regular food or use it as a training treat.
Okay, broccoli. Another win. What else is on our veggie adventure today?
Well, let's move on to a seasonal favorite that's good for both humans and pups. Pumpkin.
Pumpkin. I love pumpkin everything, but I never considered giving it to my dog. What makes it so beneficial?
Well, pumpkin is a fantastic source of fiber, as we mentioned earlier, and it's also rich in beta-carotene, vitamins A, C, and E, and potassium.
Wow, it's like a nutritional powerhouse in a cute little package.
Right, and a good guideline is about 1 to 2 tablespoons per day, depending on your dog's size.
Okay, that seems pretty easy. We're talking plain pumpkin here, right? Not the sugary pumpkin pie filling.
Exactly. Make sure you're using plain canned pumpkin or fresh pumpkin that's been cooked and mashed. No sugar, spices, or other additives.
Got it. Plain pumpkin for the win. All right, what's next on our veggie exploration?
Let's talk about a veggie that's perfect for those hot summer days.
Zucchini.
Zucchini. Really? I wouldn't have thought of that. What makes it a good choice for dogs? Well, zucchini is a wonderful choice for pups, especially in the warmer months, because it's incredibly hydrating. It's got a high water content, which is great for keeping them cool and preventing dehydration. Plus, it's low in calories, a good source of vitamin C and B6, and also provides potassium and manganese.
Wow, it's like a refreshing and nutritious treat all in one.
Yeah.
How should we prepare zucchini for our furry friends?
Zucchini is pretty versatile. You can serve it raw, steamed, or even lightly cooked. Slicing or grating it can make it easier for your dog to eat, especially if they're smaller.
Okay, I'm definitely adding zucchini to my dog's summer menu. What other veggie wonders are we exploring today?
Let's talk about another leafy green that's packed with nutrients. Spinach.
Ooh, spinach. I love spinach. But I have to admit, I'm a little hesitant to give it to my dog. I've heard it can be high in oxalates, which can be bad for their kidneys, right?
You're right to be cautious. Spinach does contain oxalates, which can interfere with calcium absorption if consumed in large amounts, but that doesn't mean you have to avoid it altogether. The key, as with most things, is moderation.
Okay, so small amounts of spinach are okay. How often can we give it to our dogs?
Once or twice a week in small amounts should be fine for most dogs. And it's best to steam or lightly cook spinach before giving it to your dog, as this helps to reduce the oxalate content.
Okay, that makes sense. Steamed spinach it is. What else is on our veggie lineup today?
Let's move on to another member of the cruciferous veggie family, cauliflower.
Cauliflower. I love cauliflower. It's so versatile and delicious, but it's good for dogs.
It is. Cauliflower is a great source of vitamin C and K, fiber, and those powerful antioxidants that help protect cells from damage. It's also relatively low in calories and can be a good choice for dogs who need to watch their weight.
That sounds great. How do we prepare cauliflower for our furry friends?
Steaming or boiling cauliflower until it's tender is the best approach. Like broccoli, chopping it into small pieces can make it easier for your dog to eat.
Okay, cauliflower's a go. What's next on our veggie list?
Let's talk about a little green gem that's often overlooked. Peas.
Peas. I always thought peas were just a filler ingredient in dog food. Are they actually good for them?
Peas are actually more nutritious than you might think. They're a great source of fiber, vitamins A, C, and K, and thiamine, which is important for energy production. They're also a good source of protein for a plant-based food.
Wow, I'm learning so much about these humble little peas. What's the best way to prepare them for dogs?
Peas are pretty versatile. You can use fresh, frozen, or even canned peas. Just make sure they're low sodium. You can serve them raw, steamed, or boiled, depending on your dog's preference.
Great. So many options. What's the last veggie on our list today?
Let's finish with a colorful and crunchy favorite, bell peppers.
Bell peppers. No, that's one I've actually given my dog before. They seem to love the crunch. What are the nutritional benefits?
Bell peppers, especially the red, yellow, and orange varieties, are excellent sources of vitamins A and C, as well as a variety of antioxidants. They can add a nice pop of color and flavor to your dog's meals.
They definitely do. And they're so easy to prepare. Just remove the seeds and stem and chop them up. Any other tips for incorporating bell peppers into a dog's diet?
You can serve them raw or lightly cooked, depending on your dog's preference. And remember, as with any new food, introduce them gradually and watch for any adverse reactions.
This has been an incredible journey through the world of veggies for dogs. I feel like I've learned so much already.
Me too. And we're just getting started. There's so much more to explore.
Okay, I'm ready for more. What's next on our deep dive agenda?
Well, now that we've covered some of those individual veggie all-stars, let's talk about how we can get creative with those delicious ingredients.
Ooh, this sounds fun. I'm all about getting creative in the kitchen, especially when it comes to spoiling my furry friend.
Perfect. Then I think you'll love what we have in store. So, are you ready to unleash your inner culinary artist and whip up some delicious veggie treats for your furry friend?
Oh, absolutely. I'm all about spoiling my pup with some healthy, homemade goodies. What do you have in mind?
Well, remember we talked about that watermelon popsicle recipe earlier?
Oh, yeah. That sounds perfect for these hot summer days.
Whoosh.
My dog absolutely loves watermelon, so I bet a frozen treat would be a huge hit.
It's a guaranteed tail wagger, and it's so simple to make. All you need is some seedless watermelon
Seedless. Okay.
and maybe a little bit of water if you want to get like a smoother consistency.
Got it.
You just blend it all up, pour it into ice cube trays or those cute little popsicle molds.
Oh, the molds, yes.
And then you just freeze them for at least 4 hours.
That sounds super easy. I can already picture my dog going crazy for these.
Yeah.
But I'm a little curious. Why is it so important to use seedless watermelon? Can't we just remove the seeds?
Well, While you can technically remove the seeds, it's much safer to use seedless watermelon. Watermelon seeds, even in small amounts, can be a choking hazard for dogs, especially smaller breeds.
That makes sense. Better safe than sorry.
Exactly. And they can also cause some digestive upset if too many are ingested.
Oh, I see. So seedless watermelon it is. Are there any other tips or tricks for making these popsicles extra special?
You can get creative with the molds. There are so many fun shapes available, like bones, paw prints, even hearts. It's a fun way to add a little personality to your dog's treats.
I love that. It's like those fancy popsicles we used to get as kids, but for our furry friends. Now, how often can we safely give our dogs these watermelon popsicles? I know we've talked a lot about moderation.
You're absolutely right. Moderation is key with any treat, even healthy ones. Watermelon popsicles should be given occasionally, maybe 1 to 2 times a week, depending on your dog's size and activity level.
Okay, that makes sense.
And you can also adjust the size of the popsicles based on your dog's needs.
So a few bites might be enough for a smaller dog.
Exactly. While larger dogs might enjoy a whole popsicle.
Got it. It's all about finding that balance between spoiling our furry friends and keeping them healthy.
Exactly. Now, are there any other creative veggie treats that we can whip up in the kitchen? I'm feeling inspired.
Oh, absolutely. The possibilities are endless when it comes to combining veggies and creativity. You can make frozen veggie cubes with a mixture of pureed veggies and low-sodium broth.
Oh, interesting.
Or you could try baking some homemade dog biscuits with grated carrots or zucchini.
Those sound amazing. I
Yeah.
bet my dog would go crazy for them. I've actually tried making dog biscuits before, but they always turn out rock hard. Any tips for getting that perfect texture?
The key is to not overbake them. Keep a close eye on them in the oven and start checking for doneness a few minutes before the recipe's recommended time.
Okay.
You want them to be firm but still have a little give when you press on them.
Oh, that's a great tip. I can't wait to try that. Now, I know we've been focusing on the fun and delicious side of veggies, but I think it's important to touch on a more serious topic. Safety.
Absolutely. While veggies can be a wonderful addition to a dog's diet, it's super important to remember that not all veggies are safe for dogs. In fact, some can be extremely toxic.
Oh, yeah. We've already talked about onions and garlic being a big no-no.
Right, definitely off limits. But are there any other veggies we should avoid?
Yes, definitely. Mushrooms can be tricky, as some varieties are toxic to dogs. It's best to err on the side of caution and avoid them altogether.
Got it.
And grapes and raisins are extremely toxic to dogs and can cause serious kidney problems.
Wow, I had no idea grapes and raisins were so dangerous. I'll make sure those are nowhere near my dog's reach.
Mhm.
Are there any other common human foods that we should be aware of?
Oh, there's that classic one, chocolate.
Of course, chocolate.
It contains a compound called theobromine that's toxic to dogs.
Right, especially dark chocolate.
That's right. Darker chocolate is the most dangerous, but even milk chocolate and white chocolate can be harmful in large amounts.
So no sharing our chocolate stash with our furry friends.
Definitely not.
Hmm.
And speaking of sweet treats, it's generally best to avoid giving dogs sugary treats in general.
Makes sense.
Sugar can contribute to weight gain, dental problems, and even more serious health issues like diabetes.
Yeah, it's tempting to spoil them with those sweet treats, but their health is more important.
It really is. What about other human foods that we might be tempted to share, like leftovers or scraps from our meals?
Oh, yeah, that's always tempting, especially when those puppy dog eyes are staring up at you.
I know, it's hard to resist. But it's generally not a good idea to feed dogs table scraps. A lot of human foods contain ingredients that can be harmful to dogs.
Like spices and seasonings.
Exactly, and things like artificial sweeteners.
Right? I've heard that some artificial sweeteners, like xylitol, can be particularly dangerous for dogs.
Yes, xylitol is extremely toxic to dogs. It can cause a rapid release of insulin, leading to a dangerous drop in blood sugar. It can also cause liver damage.
Wow, that's scary. And xylitol is often found in sugar-free gum and candy and even some peanut butter brands, right?
That's right. It's super important to read labels carefully and make sure any products you give your dog don't contain xylitol.
Got it. So it's best to stick to dog-specific treats and foods that are formulated for their nutritional needs.
Absolutely. There are so many wonderful options available these days, from healthy chews to tasty training treats to complete and balanced meals. You can find options to suit any dog's taste and dietary requirements.
This is all such valuable information. I'm feeling much more confident about making healthy and safe choices for my dog. Now, I'm curious about something you mentioned earlier, about consulting with a veterinarian about our dog's overall diet.
Oh, absolutely. Veterinarians are invaluable when it comes to our dog's health, and that includes their diet.
Yeah, for sure.
They can help you create a personalized nutrition plan that takes into account your dog's individual needs, preferences, and any health conditions they might have. They can also help you troubleshoot any issues you might be having, like digestive upset or food allergies.
So it's not just about the annual checkup. It's about building that ongoing relationship with your vet and involving them in all aspects of your dog's care, including their diet.
Exactly. And it's amazing how much peace of mind that can bring.
Yeah, absolutely.
When you know you're doing everything you can to support your dog's health, it frees you up to just enjoy their companionship and create those precious memories that will last a lifetime.
Beautifully said. I couldn't agree more. Now, I know we've covered a lot of ground in this deep dive, from the specific benefits of different veggies to the potential dangers of certain human foods. Is there anything else we should touch on before we wrap up this part?
I think we've covered all the most important points. Just remember, the goal is to provide our dogs with a balanced and nutritious diet that supports their individual needs and keeps them happy and healthy for years to come.
Well said. This deep dive has been so insightful, and I'm sure our listeners are feeling empowered to make informed choices about their dogs' diets. I know I am.
Me too. And it's amazing how much we can learn from simply paying attention to our dog's needs and behaviors.
Yeah.
They might not be able to tell us what they need in words, but their bodies and their actions speak volumes.
That's a great point. It's all about tuning in and listening to what our furry friends are trying to tell us. Well, this has been such a fascinating and informative deep dive, but unfortunately, we've run out of time for this part.
But don't worry, our journey isn't over yet. We'll be back with part 3 to wrap up this exploration of incorporating veggies into your dog's diet.
Until then, keep those tails wagging and those veggie bowls full. Welcome back to the deep dive. We're on the final leg of our journey exploring the world of veggies for dogs. Are you ready to wrap things up?
I am. And I've got one more fascinating nugget of information to share before we go.
Oh, okay. Lay it on me. I'm always up for learning more about how to enrich my dog's life.
Well, we've talked a lot about the nutritional benefits of adding veggies.
Yeah, those vitamins and minerals, the fiber.
Exactly. But there's this whole other dimension to it that I think is really cool.
I'm intrigued. Tell me more.
It's the mental stimulation aspect. Incorporating veggies can actually be mentally enriching for dogs, too.
Oh, that's interesting. I know we talked about how crunchy veggies can be good for their dental health.
Right. It's like a little jaw workout.
Exactly. But I never really considered the mental benefits. How does that work?
Well, think about it. For a dog, crunching on a carrot or wrestling with a broccoli floree,
Okay.
it's way more engaging than just gulping down kibble, right?
Yeah, for sure.
There's like a little puzzle for them to solve.
I love that.
Ugh.
So not only are we boosting their physical health with veggies, but we're also giving their brains a little workout too.
Exactly. And for dogs who spend a lot of time alone at home, that mental stimulation can be especially important.
Oh, definitely. It can help prevent boredom and destructive behaviors.
Exactly. Now, switching gears a bit, I'm curious about the different ways we can prepare veggies. We've talked about raw, steamed, boiled, frozen. Is there a method that's generally the best for retaining nutrients?
Yeah, that's a great question. I've always wondered about that myself.
Well, it really depends on the veggie. Some, like bell peppers, keep most of their vitamin C even when eaten raw. Others, like spinach, benefit from a little light steaming, which helps reduce those oxalates while preserving other nutrients.
So it sounds like a little research on each veggie is a good idea.
Absolutely. But a good general rule is to avoid overcooking. The longer you cook a veggie, the more nutrients you're going to lose.
Makes sense. Now, one last question that's been on my mind throughout this deep dive. What about those dogs who are just incredibly picky eaters?
Picky eaters. Oh, they can definitely be a challenge, but don't give up hope.
Okay, good. I was getting worried there for a minute.
One strategy is to start slowly. Instead of overwhelming them with a big pile of new veggies, try mixing just a tiny amount into their regular food.
So kind of sneak it in?
Exactly. And you can gradually increase the amount over time as they get used to the taste and texture. Another trick is to play around with different preparations. Some dogs might prefer their veggies pureed into a sauce or maybe baked into a treat.
I love that. So it's all about being creative and finding what works for your individual pup.
Exactly. And speaking of individual pups, it's so important to remember that every dog is unique and their nutritional needs can vary.
Oh, absolutely. That's why we've been emphasizing the importance of consulting with a vet throughout this deep dive.
Exactly. Vets are our partners in our dog's health journey.
Yes, they can provide personalized guidance, taking into account your dog's breed, age, activity level, any health conditions, and even their lifestyle.
Absolutely. It's all about tailoring their diet to their specific needs.
Well, this has been an incredible journey into the world of veggies for dogs. I feel like I've learned so much.
Me too. And I hope our listeners are feeling empowered to add a little more veggie love to their dogs' lives.
Absolutely. We've covered everything from the amazing benefits of specific veggies to the importance of safety and consulting with your vet.
And don't forget about those creative veggie treats.
Oh, yeah. Those popsicles are going to be a hit.
I think so too. Remember, a healthy dog is a happy dog.
And a happy dog makes for a happy human.
Exactly. Until next time, keep those tails wagging and those veggie bowls full.
Bye, everyone!